And awesome. All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning, world. Good morning, everyone in the West Secret Mindset mentorship community. I want to say good morning and welcome to this awesome session of the West Secret Mindset mentorship training, which is actually a class that is set to educate, empower, and reach you with all the necessary resources and information that is going to help you, empower you mentally to live the very best of your life. Again, I'm your regular host, Afolabi Olatunji. Back on the same program, we are going live. Today is Tuesday, the 24th of November, 2021. Ladies and gentlemen, today's topic is very, very interesting. You know, we started a series yesterday, just like we started last week on a particular series, and then we about it in this same week, which we call self-discipline mastery. Ladies and gentlemen, no doubt that without you being having what I call self-discipline, you cannot achieve any success. But is greater success or any level of success, and that is what to dissect yesterday. And I told you that we're going to be continuing in this in the other part of what the topic we started yesterday, and then today we are live to commence on where we stopped yesterday. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll talk about discipline and how important discipline can be a major catalyst and instrumental to your success, the one you're looking for in this year 2021 and even beyond 2021, and which I advise and encourage you to ensure that you listen and watch video over and over again, ladies and gentlemen, so you can know how to maximize and start disciplining yourself into achieving greatness, and how to start disciplining yourself into achieving excellent results, whether it's daily, whether it's weekly or monthly. Ladies and gentlemen, humans can do the most remarkable no matter what. So again, I want to welcome every one of you for joining, and those that we're going to be watching on our YouTube page, those that are connecting via our live stream, I want to say welcome, and then again, good morning. Yeah, from here in Lagos, Nigeria, we are in the morning side. So wherever you're tuning in from, we want to welcome you into this class. Again, let's go into it. The topic started yesterday. It was self-discipline mastery. Ladies and gentlemen, to me, is a very interesting topic, which I know that everything as regards success, revolves around self-discipline. You know, we started with the 3 steps to ensuring that you can master and then become better at your craft every day. We started by yesterday that, the first one, which I said the 3 steps, I only gave you just one tip among the steps. I said true discipline is not an easiest option, right? Which was the first one we discussed yesterday. Now, to commence or to continue from where we stopped yesterday, I'll tell you the second one is that a discipline is a full-time activity. To master a discipline, you must know that it is a full-time activity. Ladies and gentlemen, what does it take to have a full-time activity? I mean, we're talking about discipline to be the best form of consistency. You must have to develop that consistency in whatever thing you are doing. Now, you want to achieve a certain goal for this month, for example, you must have to be consistent at it. Ladies and gentlemen, you cannot deceive everybody. If you think you're deceiving everybody, can you deceive yourself? So you want to achieve something, then be consistent at the things you're doing. If there's a certain things or certain information you need to get and be at it, I mean, some of us, we do deceive ourselves and we deceive our children by telling them, hey, you're not going to watch TV. Watching TV is not going to help you to achieve some certain things. And, you need to go read your book. Now, you as a parent, you end up spending 4 hours, 5 hours of your time watching TV, and again, watch other people to be successful. And then you are what? You're telling yourself, oh, man, I wish I had done it. You're telling yourself in the mind, oh, man, you're not disciplined. You're not consistent at what you're doing. To be disciplined, to be mastery over the things that you want to do when it talks about self-discipline, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to know that one thing you must know within you is that discipline itself is a full-time activity. Now, like I wrote down in my, in my jotter, I said, discipline is the mind to control our lives. Is the mind to control our life, because you do it in a way whereby it controls everything you do. It becomes part of you. It controls your daily activities. It controls your the things you do. Whether it's a, some certain form of result that you're poised at achieving, it is designed to control our lives. Now, the third part of it, ladies and gentlemen, this morning, which I note, and then everything we're going to be talking about will be built around this third part, which is you must have what I call a very stronger philosophy. Like I said, philosophy is the mindset to everything. How you build a very strong philosophy or very strong mindset. You must have to have that stronger philosophy. And in that philosophy, ladies and gentlemen, the third part, which I will break down in a very simple way, is that for every discipline effort, there is a multiple reward. Write it down. For every discipline effort, there is a multiple reward. How about the multiple reward for you acquiring a certain goal? I'm disciplining myself to achieve a certain things. I'm disciplining myself to achieve this thing. I'm disciplining myself to be able to make me gain mastery or be ahead or make me stand out among other people. To discipline yourself, that there is a certain reward which you have to put yourself through. That, okay, put the reward before you. Look at the reward. You cannot, while you are doing that thing, always have the end result in mind. The end result of why you are doing it, and let that propel your drive towards you achieving that certain goal or result. All right. So that for every discipline, there is always a reward to it. So everything of value, that it requires discipline. No matter what, everything of value certainly requires discipline. So, confused thought, definitely, you say, for every discipline, thought brings a certain result. And that for every confused thought too brings about confused results. So you cannot confuse yourself. You cannot confuse yourself in achieving some certain results or goals in life. I was doing my meditation and I wrote these things down out of the things I was able to extract from, my studies. And I'm like, for every discipline result, it comes with a reward. And you're looking at this thing like, what are the things I'm disciplining myself towards achieving? Definitely. Some of us, like I said yesterday, maybe it is a good health. You want to have a good health for yourself. The doctor said, eating a apple a day is going to keep the doctor away from you. Ladies and gentlemen, you are disciplining yourself. It's going to be definitely, you're not going to be able to pay some medical bills. You're going to be free from paying some medical bills. Doctor, nurses will not put some injection in your butt. And maybe it is a goal. Maybe you want to build your own house, right? You have to discipline yourself in your own field of endeavor. You have to discipline yourself in the things that that is going to make you to achieve it. Like myself, the affirmation we told you guys to write down on a daily basis and read this affirmation, like I recommend for you, do it 50 times every day. Ladies and gentlemen, you and I knows that for you to achieve this affirmation that you say to your subconscious mind every day, it requires discipline. Knows that Afolabi, or from what we have been taught in the West Secret Mentorship Mindset class, is that you need to say this thing to yourself every single day. Ladies and gentlemen, remember when we started, we said our goal is to be able to impact 5,000 lives watching us and listening to us. Remember, you and I saw it when I shared the result and also on our group, how we have been able to achieve 5,000 viewers on this particular program. It is not by just saying it. It is the act you put into it and the action, the work you put into it. So there is always a reward that comes with it. And that when you are not certain about the things you want to do, you start to conceive what I call confused thoughts, right? You can write it down, confused thought. And I want you to know that confused thought will birth confused results. So you don't want to be confused. You cannot confuse yourself, all right? You want to be able to tell yourself that I am disciplining myself to achieving this. So some of these thoughts are thoughts that we call thought of thought of procrastination, which is more a major thing that will lead to, or distraction will bring it, and it will now become, you're now procrastinating about the things you want to do. You started procrastinating. You started to procrastinate. Oh man, okay, what about me? Let me just do it. They say we should read it 50 times a day. How about me just doing 10 times, right? These are discipline. These are discipline. You want to achieve this thing, you must have to be able to discipline yourself to achieving it. And I also want us to know that this is a question I wrote down. I said, can too much discipline be bad? Now, somebody will ask me, Afolabi, what are you saying there? Now, that's the truth. Can too much discipline be bad? Now, if you don't know the answer, let me tell you what the answer is. Yes, it is bad, right? It is bad. Why do I say it's bad? How about somebody being tagged as a workaholic? Now, this guy said, I want to work every time. Every time I work, I just want to put in the best of myself. I don't have time. Too much discipline, ladies and gentlemen, can also be too bad. Can be bad. Now, why do I say it can be bad? Now, you are doing it too much without minding and affecting other people's feelings and emotion. Oh man, I'm just a very disciplined person. Just telling yourself, oh man, I'm just a very disciplined person. I have my own policy. I can bend my policy. I'm disciplined, in this area, and I don't care what other people. Now, that can be too bad. For example, like I said, somebody that is workaholic. Now, if you are workaholic, let me tell you what happened to you. You're going to start having problems in your relationship. If you are the type that has maybe your friends, I'm not saying those bad friends, I'm talking about maybe your marriage, your home. You're not going to get along with your family member because you're not going to have time for them to be able to, to spend time with your family. Because while you are disciplining yourself to achieve a certain goal, there must be discipline of time. There must be discipline of work schedule, right? So, and that's why you might be owing somebody, okay? And when you are too much workaholic, it means that you're going to be toying with people's emotion. All right, I'm not saying you shouldn't be disciplined, but you need to know that you need to focus on the things, focus on doing more by the things, focus on putting more value into the hours you put in it, not the certain hours you want to use to achieve a certain goal or assignment or in your own area of designation. Ensure that the hours you put in it is of quality value, not by the number of the hours. It's very important. So you must do more per the hour wasted, okay? You must do more per the hours instead of doing more on the number of hours. So it's not the time that counts, all right? So make it count, like we say. Make the day count. Don't just count the day. Basically, that's the way it is. So, and you'll be able to now see by the time you start doing it, that life is, life worth living comes from a life of balance and moderation. So, because you must have to know that the life that is worth living comes from a balance of moderation. You must be able to balance the time for family. You must be able to balance the time for work. You must be able to balance the time for your spirituality. You must be able to balance the time for your business activities. You must be able to balance for the time for travels. You must be able to balance the time for studying, for meditation. Life worth living, it comes from a life of balance and moderation. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not saying you shouldn't be disciplined, but at the same time, strike a balance in the things you do so that you don't get to affect other persons with your own emotion, with the things you do, with you becoming a workaholic. Oh man, they know me as a workaholic. Okay, what's the award for it? You get all the award, but how about you losing the most things that is precious to you? How about you losing the most thing that is so dearing to you? In fact, those things that you value, those things that that could last you longer, because those work one day, the work will retire you, or you retire from the job. So you need to look at these things, ladies and gentlemen, all right? So that are not at the back of your mind that life that is worth living comes from a life of balance and moderation. Now, another thing is that I wrote down here, I said, build your visual chain of your future. How do you build your visual chain of your future in the line of you trying to discipline yourself? Have the end result in mind. This is what I'm doing this thing for, to achieve it. In fact, there is nothing wrong in sitting your family member or sitting people around you. I was listening to one of my mentors, and the first time I got into personal development, this man is a great figure. a multiple 7-figure, 8-figure earner. They call him Altenburg. Now, guess what this man said? He said he put a goal, he put a target to achieve by himself then, and for him to achieve it, he knew one of the things that could hinder him from achieving it, because he needs some time for his personal development, is his kid. And he told his kid, he said, listen up, boy, you know what? Daddy want to achieve something. Give me few months or few weeks to be alone, study to achieve this thing. Then after this thing, I promise you to do these XYZ things for you. And this boy, I don't understand, because he says sometimes when he's in the study room, this boy is going to do karate move and kick the door open. That's a distraction, and so you don't want that to be. So you have to look at it like have a visual change for your future, like where you're going, right? So know what you want and know what you're doing. Like I told my wife too, she knows when it's study time, or maybe I'm having a personal time, business Zoom time, and I have my kids around. She knows how to ensure to take the kids to bed so that they don't disturb daddy in the library room, because business time, I put it, family time is different, right? So these are the things we need to start setting. And then you need to also know at the back of your mind that value is a fruit of reward to discipline, right? Value is a fruit of reward to discipline. So you have to do that by doing what? Developing a game plan for yourself. You have to develop a game plan. Now, that game plan could be your weekly game plan or daily game plan. Put it first, write it down. Daily game plan. Put it a weekly game plan and a monthly game plan. That is how you can see that the reward through the discipline. I want to do this thing for this week. This is my weekly target. This is my weekly goal. This is my weekly or monthly goal, or the things I want to achieve this month. And this is the goal I ultimately want to achieve for this year. So by so doing, you've been able to develop a game plan that will cost you. So the only thing you need to do again is to now start disciplining yourself towards the achievement or attainment of this, your goal. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope this message get down to you this morning, and I hope you've been able to get value. Remember, as I said, life worth living comes from a life of balancing and moderation, right? Balancing and moderation. I'm not saying you should not discipline yourself to achieve your goal, but guess what? You must strike the balance. Balance it between your family and balance it in, at your place of, study, meditation, right? You know that this is the time for it. And you know what? You don't want to hurt some people in the process of achieving your goal. I'm not saying you should not hurt. Somebody will say, how do you mean by hurting people? I'm just saying maybe you are the type that say you don't care about anything around you. It's just your goals you're focusing on. Sometimes, let me tell you the truth, sometimes in the process of me achieving some certain goals, my wife will call me and I don't know. And, I'm going to tell myself, oh man, I'm just going to keep to myself. Sometimes my wife will call my attention, you know what? Can you just give me this few minutes of your time and let's just talk about it, and I'll be like, oh, sometimes I will start apologizing and say, I'm sorry. So what I'm sharing with you here, ladies and gentlemen, is something that I also practice, but, having somebody, a partner that can correct you if you are going leeway, right? Having somebody to correct you and say, you know what, why not? So you start seeing that life worth living, it comes from a life of balancing and moderation. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you got value for being on this class this morning. Remember what we're talking about. We're talking about self-discipline mastery. And this is the second series in this particular topic that we started. By tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have this special guest of ours that is going to be teaching us on another level, which has to come from self-discipline. We call it conscious mind or something, conscious mind as it relates to self-discipline. That's it. Conscious mind as it relates to self-discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm excited to have this particular special guest. This is somebody that we both live in the same house. And she, remember I told you, we met ourselves in a self-development opportunity then, way back then before we got married. It's my wife, and I'm excited to have her as a special guest on this program. She's the convener of the 21st Century Women Foundation. This woman has been doing phenomenal with the 21st Century Women movement she started Most times she gather women in, in spirituality, work, business, and they are achieving greater results. I'm excited to have her on this program to share with us the conscious life as it relates to self-discipline. Ladies and gentlemen, you don't want to miss that particular program tomorrow. So we're going to be having as a special guest on this program. I know she's a busy woman, but she has made it a commitment to be on this program because this can also affect and change the lives of many people. You don't want to miss that program. All right, guys, that is all from me to you this morning. You remember, this is love. And, we appreciate you for being on this program. You don't want to miss this program tomorrow again, 9 a.m. West African time, where we give you the best of value. Ladies and gentlemen, I have my wonderful partner here in the house, the person of Super Coach Dan, our own in-house coach. Coach Dan, I think we're done this morning, right?
Yeah, wow. Thank you so much, Mr. Falabi. That was power-packed. Honestly, I had to park to listen. I just had to park my car to listen because it's awesome. I mean, this is one topic that we can spend the whole month talking about it. Because trust me, a lot of time we're all guilty of this. So thank you again for dishing out this value this morning. And for everyone on this call, I want to sincerely appreciate you for always making it a time to be on this class. Trust me, gradually your life is adding value, and you can attest to that. Mr. Falabi, God bless you. You're doing a phenomenal job. Keep it up. More grace, brother. God bless you.
All right, appreciate, sir. Appreciate, you said it all. Let's make it a day, because guess what? Being on this program alone has shown that you are disciplining yourself in achieving your goal. And I recommend, and I recommend, strongly recommend that you watch this video over and over again, all right? And get the value. The message may not get to you at first, but when you watch it again and again, then you start picking those nuggets that will help you to shaping up your life, all right? And then ultimately you get mastery over the things that matters to you by disciplining yourself. All right, guys, thank you. From all of us here at Wealth Secret Mindset Mentorship, we want to say thank you for connecting. We'll see you tomorrow, same time, same link on this program. For those connecting via our live stream, we want to celebrate you and say thank you for connecting. Tomorrow again is going to be a full time that you're going to get value for your time. All right, thank you, guys. See you at the top. Bottom is way overcrowded. Remember, go out there. Don't just candidate. Make the day count. All right, bye for now.
Have a blessed day, bro.
Have a blessed day.